Hello everyone, this week it's Shrove Tuesday, which means one very exciting thing. It's Pancake Day. So I'm going to teach you my English pancake recipe, and it's very delicious and super easy to remember.
For this recipe, I recommend using 1 egg per person. This equates to about 2 to 3 pancakes each, so you can try all the different toppings. I'm making pancakes for George and I, so I'm using 2 eggs. Don't worry about the size of the eggs, any will do. To make the recipe easy to remember, I'm using ounces and fluid ounces. All you have to do is take the number of eggs and times it by 2, so I'm using 4 ounces of plain flour. To be perfectly honest, I don't sift the flour and I usually don't have any problems. I mix up the eggs and the flour before adding the milk to get rid of those lumps. The final ingredient is the milk, and all you have to do is take the amount of flour and double it again, so I'm using 8 fluid ounces of milk. Be sure to mix this in stages, as it's very difficult to mix if you put it all in at once. I'm going to speed up this part because I like to take my time to make sure there's no lumps. Don't worry if you think it looks too runny, trust the process, the recipe works, and keep whisking.
Now all you're going to need is a frying pan. I'm using this non-stick frying pan, although I do use oil because it gives it that crispiness.
Put a small splash of oil in the pan for the pancake to fry in. Now take 1 ladle of the mixture and pour it into the pan, and if you're smart, unlike me, you'll move the bowl of batter towards the pan before lifting it so you don't get a mess everywhere. When the batter's in the pan, swirl it round until you get a nice even pancake. The first sign to know that your pancake is ready to turn is if you shake the pan and the pancake becomes loose. Next, you'll have to check to see if the underside is ready. If you're going to flip your pancake like a pro, now's your chance, but as you can see, I prefer to use a spatula. You always know the second side is done because you get these perfect polka dots. From using 2 eggs, 4 ounces of plain flour and 8 fluid ounces of milk, I managed to make 5 pancakes, which was just enough for George and I. For a quick recipe summary, you take 1 egg per person who's eating, you double the amount for the flour, and you double again for the milk. Remember to use ounces and fluid ounces. I like to make all the pancakes at the same time and then pop them in the oven to keep warm. Or you can do as my family does and eat them as you make them. It's safe to say that patience hasn't always been my best virtue. Whilst the pancakes were warming in the oven, I lay the table. Now it's time to put a record on and enjoy.